drawing near. You never hear the shot that takes you down. Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine. And I dream broken dreams. I make them come true.
What's up, everybody? This is Sean.
This is Alan.
And this is Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast coming at you almost every Saturday from sunny St. Mary's, California, Maryland. We just watched Clash in the Castle. How was it, big buddy?
Really good.
It was outstanding. You know, for those who hadn't seen it, we don't want to give too many spoilers. But hell, that's why you listen to us anyway.
Yeah.
So, what was your match of the night, Big Daddy?
Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns.
Start off from, at the end, from the beginning. That was an incredible ass match.
Really good.
Really good. Hard hitting. A lot of curves, balls were thrown inside it. With Austin Theory trying to cash it in. Tyson-Fury interfering.
Knocking him out.
God, he knocked the crap out of that dude, man.
I thought he was going to cash in.
I don't think he's going to ever cash that title in, that Money in the Bank briefcase in.
All because of interference.
It was wild, man, because he got railed, man. He knocked the crap out of him. But they kind of teased it from the beginning.
Yeah.
Showing, he'd been with him all week and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was hard-hitting, man. McIntyre kind of out-wrestled him.
He did. He should have won the match.
You kept saying that, man. It was a good match. Lasted about 30-some-odd minutes.
All because of Sikoa. Oh, my gosh.
Solo Sikoa.
I did not see that coming.
He interfered at the very end.
I thought it was Jey Uso.
No. I mean, that's her brother. That's her little brother.
Yeah. Why was he allowed there?
Hey, I think that's a way of trying to introduce him to the main roster.
That makes no sense.
That makes a great deal of sense if you think about it.
If he wins the Intercontinental Championship from Gunther, that's going to be tough to put it off of him.
I don't think they would start him at the Intercontinental belt. They'd have to start him with the U.S. Championship or something.
Bobby Lashley, that's going to be rough.
And Lashley's a really popular champion right now.
Yeah.
They love him. They love that dude.
Yeah, they do.
What was your second match tonight? I'm going to say it was Rollins and Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle.
That was hard hitting.
Really good.
I like how they led up to it. A lot of trash talking, a lot of shit talking, talking about each other's families. Some you don't, you normally don't see that in WWE. But those dudes
But it was part of the script.
I think it was very scripted, but it sounded very personal.
Yeah.
Because, whether you know it or not, Matt Riddle, he left his wife, he left his kids. It's all public knowledge. Just told him he didn't want to be married no more. Boom. I'm gone. It's public knowledge. We're not saying nothing that's, that has not been reported. But it's very interesting that they used that angle.
Really wide angle.
It was a wide angle. And it was very, very personal. But the match, it met our expectations. It was hard-hitting, a lot of curveballs.
You thought Matt Riddle was going to win.
Matt Riddle out-wrestled him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you, he out-wrestled him.
They have something planned for Seth Rollins.
They're going to probably do a trio of matches. You know how
Maybe
they do.
a triple threat match of Roman Reigns.
That sounds interesting. I didn't think about it like that.
That makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah.
I think McIntyre, is going to go back and feud with Karrion Kross, the way they have it set up.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross kind of interfered a little bit in McIntyre's match. And
I think Karrion Kross is working for Roman Reigns.
They might have that kind of angle going on.
Yeah.
But back to Rollins and Riddle. Yeah. It was interesting. Had a lot of big moves, a lot of floating bro derricks, big knee lifts, a lot of the biggest move I saw was when Rollins hit that superplex off the top rope, and Riddle transitioned it into a brainbuster. I was like, what the hell? I had never seen nobody do that.
Me neither.
I thought he was going to go for the Three Amigos, but he didn't get it, and I was just like, whoa.
Dang.
And Rollins ended it with a big stomp, which was crazy because he came off the top rope with the stomp.
He did.
Yeah. Really good match. I hope they do it again.
Maybe at Extreme Rules.
You know what? That's a match that's tailor-made for Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
No disqualification. Might be inside a damn steel cage. Might not. Who knows?
Or a pit fight.
That's scary. But yeah, that'd be interesting to see that too. Liv Morgan, she won her match against Shayna Baszler. What the hell are you doing, Triple H? What are you doing, bro?
I think they're teasing Ronda Rousey to attack her.
It's just... Come on, man. Liv Morgan.
Like, what about Bayley attacking her?
I can see somebody, man. Liv Morgan's just not... I don't know, man. She's boring to me.
Yeah.
Is she boring to you?
Kind of.
She's kind of boring. Her and Mandy Rose, they all like the same wrestler.
Yeah.
To me, they're like the same wrestler. They're like the same person. They're kind of boring. They're not fun to, they're not really fun to watch. And it's like, I don't know, it's like that big surprise moment every time they win. Like, oh my God, I won. Man, get the hell out of here with that.
Really?
Get the hell out of here with that.
You're really hating on Liv Morgan.
I don't think she should be champion, man. I said that the first time they put the belt on her.
Yeah.
I said, why? And they're like, Mandy Rose, why in the hell would you put a belt on someone like that?
Like, nobody saw it coming.
They're not, they're nice to look at, but they're not fun to watch.
Yeah.
They just have limited moves. I don't know, man. I don't enjoy watching them.
What about Bayley getting a title?
Bayley should have that belt. I'm being 100% real.
From Liv Morgan?
Yes.
Or Mandy Rose?
Either war. If she's not going back to NXT.
Or Bianca Belair?
Bayley's too big of a star to go back to NXT.
Yeah.
Bianca Belair's too big of a star to go back to NXT.
Yeah.
But I think that either Shayna Baszler, I think one of those other women, it's a lot of good women and a lot of good wrestlers in the women's division.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, they're called Damage Control. Io and Dakota Kai and Bayley.
Io is awesome. Dakota Kai is kind of boring. But
Bayley's really good.
Oh, Bayley's a star.
Yeah.
Let's not sugarcoat it. She's a star.
Yeah.
Former women's champion. She held it longer than anybody else ever held it. She's special.
She might beat Liv Morgan or Bianca Belair.
She might.
It depends on Triple H.
If I was Triple H, I would keep Bianca Belair with that belt as long as she wanted to wrestle with it.
Yeah. She might hold it for 200 and some days.
As for on the other belts, I would give it to either
Bayley or Shayna Baszler.
I would give it to Bayley, Shayna Baszler, or Irish last kicker,
Becky Lynch.
Yes.
Becky Lynch is special.
Yeah, of course.
She's more special than Liv Morgan.
Becky Lynch put asses in seats.
She does.
People come there to watch her.
Yeah.
She's a lot more interesting, better talker, better in-ring performer.
But
than
you
Liv
were
Morgan.
wrong about her in the first place.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Like, why you were hating on her?
That was years ago, Alan.
Was it the poor booking they were doing?
I think they didn't make an interesting angle. I think once they made her turn kind of heel, she became more interesting.
She did. Did you like her as a heel?
Yes. I like her gimmick, big time Bex, arrogant, kind of do anything to win. It was like it was a big departure from, her goody two shoes act. And then, it transitioned from the man. I like her whole gimmick now. But, she's just a wrestler trying to get the belt back.
Yeah.
But she's really good behind the mic. I like her story, too. And she knows how to sell the match.
Yeah.
I think. Just like Bayley. Bayley can really sell a match. She's a better wrestler than Liv Morgan or Mandy Rose.
People were cheering for Bayley.
Hell yeah. She's been gone for a while. She's back now.
She might beat Bianca Belair or Liv Morgan. It's really going to depend on the booking.
It's a toss-up, but she's fun to watch.
Yeah.
And she's really good. Has really good mic skills.
I think Damage Control are going to win those titles from Raquel Rodriguez and Leah or something.
Aaliyah?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It might happen.
First off, I like Raquel Gonzalez, or Rodriguez rather, and
Yeah.
Aaliyah. That's Rey Mysterio's kid. I like them. I like their story. I like who they are. I like Raquel Rodriguez's
makes
transition from
sense.
NXT to big brand.
It really makes sense, but Damage Control is going to win those titles anytime soon.
We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. We will see. A little bit about AEW now. All Out is this weekend. Jon Moxley against CM Punk. Who you got, player?
Jon Moxley.
As much as it pains, I hope Moxley wins that championship. I hope he retains.
They're going to be in Chicago.
They're going to be in Chicago, which is CM Punk's hometown.
Which is not good.
I know, but Moxley has fans everywhere.
Yeah.
That dude, his fan base travels.
Yeah.
And he's so fun to watch, man. I think, I don't know, he's one of the fun, like Kenny Omega, he's one of the dudes I would go pay to go see.
Kenny Omega's in the finals with the Dark Order.
Yeah, I saw that. That's wild.
I think Hangman Page is going to turn on them.
I saw that last night, man. They were talking about some stuff, and I don't know. I like Hangman Page, but I like Kenny Omega a lot more.
Yeah.
I like Kenny Omega belts. That dude is, and he's back now.
Like Kenny 4 belts.
I love that dude, man.
Yeah.
I love Kenny Omega, man. It was interesting the way they teased the Hook. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Hook. I like the little feud they got going on with Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. That was pretty interesting last night.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, Hobbs came out after the end of Ricky Starks' match. Starks won, and Powerhouse Hobbs came out and confronted him, and they had slugfest.
Yeah,
it was. They went back and forth for a little while too. I like it. Yeah. I don't know who's gonna win. I like Ricky Starks.
I think Ricky Starks is gonna win.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's interesting the way they had an angle because, they used to be tag team partners.
Yeah.
And now they kind of fell out. I think that's what the way the Street Profits are going too.
Yeah.
They
Angelo Dawkins turning on Montez Ford.
Yes. I think that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
But the Hobbs and Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Stark, that was really good. It was interesting seeing the Motor City Machine Guns and that team could go out and confront FTR last night. FTR, when they were with WWE as the Revival, I told you I didn't like them.
It didn't make no sense.
They're boring.
In NXT, they were better.
Well, now they get more creative control, it seems like, to do their talking.
Yeah.
And then, the Motor City Machine Guns, they kind of said some personal stuff about the dude's family. And I was like, oh, shit.
Was this part of the script?
I don't know, man. You see, when you start talking about people's family, it can go sideways, man, because sometimes people don't know they can kind of blink out.
Yeah.
They can blink out. This dude talking about my wife. He talking about my son. We're going to throw hands. But Motor City Machine Guns are really good. Interesting. It looks like they're going to cut not Alistair Black. What do they call him? Malachi Black from AEW.
All because of the booking from Tony Khan.
Well, man, it sounds like he wants to go back to WWE.
He might go back.
I think he might.
They need to book him as United States champion.
Well, it's weird because they don't have any plans to do anything with Gable Stevenson.
Yeah.
From everything I read on Credit Russell Zone, from what I read on Russell Zone and a couple other places, they have no creative plans with that dude.
They don't.
For those who don't know, Gable Stevenson is an Olympic gold medal heavyweight champion, and he's a great wrestler. Period. Let me preface it by saying all that. But as a professional wrestling entertainment person, he looked rough every time they showed him.
Yeah.
He's going to school, University of Minnesota now, doing all these different things, but at the same time, Triple H has no plans for him.
No plans.
So, I don't know. Maybe they need another spot on the roster.
Yeah.
The money Vince was, because a lot of these guys are Vince guys. Vince is no longer there.
Yeah.
Just like Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross was not a Vince guy. He was a Triple H guy.
He is.
So who's back now?
Triple H.
Triple H is back, and so Karrion Kross is back. Johnny Gargano's back.
Yeah.
Those guys that Vince fired, he bringing them back.
They might bring Braun Strowman back.
I don't think so.
They're going to.
I don't see it happening, man. Why do you say that?
He might feud with someone.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Just like Keith Lee and Swerve, they're the AEW Tag Team Champions now.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, Keith Lee was a Triple H guy.
He was.
He got to the main roster. Vince didn't like him. He wanted him to lose weight. He wanted him to come out with a singlet on. He wanted, change his music. He didn't want him to be the character that he already had established in NXT.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna fire me? Fine. Go to AEW. He tear the roof off it.
He did.
Great matches. Tag team champ. He doing things again.
He is.
So I just don't understand. Now you're kind of seeing how some of the stuff Vince was doing was kind of outdated and illogical.
Yeah.
Now
Bobby Fish is a free agent.
Bobby Fish was technically fired from... Well, he didn't renew his contract with AEW.
It was just a year.
So he's a free agent now.
He might go back to NXT.
I think he might.
Yeah.
I think he and Kyle O'Reilly might go back.
Yeah.
And they might reform Undisputed Era.
With Roderick Strong?
I could see it. Or they can join a Diamond Mine thing.
Or Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, I don't think is going back to WWE anytime soon.
Maybe in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a lot of time, and he's still in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
He's still in the prime of his career.
And Chris Jericho's contract might be up next year.
I don't think Chris Jericho is going to go back to WWE.
I think he is.
I don't think so. I mean, if he does, it's going to be for one more run. He just recently, he and Triple H has had words. Triple H was in an interview, and he said some cross things. He said, "Hey, they beat our developmental brand. Like, okay, yeah, they beat us in the ratings, but they beat they didn't beat the main brand, which kind of like poo-pooing them." And then Jericho came out and said, "No, we beat your brand. We beat WWE. We are your competition."
That could be happening in Survivor Series.
But you get what I'm saying? That's why I don't think he's going back to WWE anytime soon. And, speaking of Chris Jericho, he has a match with Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon. Going to be interesting.
I say Chris Jericho.
I think Bryan Danielson is going to beat him. This is at All Out in Chicago. A lot of stuff going on at All Out. And the caveat with a lot of... And I'll say this out loud. WWE wins with the pay-per-views, with some of the other things, because they're a lot more accessible. You can watch their matches, any match they've ever had, just about, except for the ones that have been blacked out, on Peacock Premium. Like today, we watched Peacock Premium, and we watched the damn Clash of the Castle. Tomorrow, we're going to watch what?
Worlds Collide
NXT.
Who's going to win that match? Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. You know who I got? Braun Breaker.
I got Braun Breaker too.
But it might be some interference.
It's going to be a lot of stuff because, the NXT UK is going away.
Yeah. But they might be back in Europe in 2023.
Yeah, from my understanding, they're going to collapse the NXT UK brand and make WWE Europe. So
it's going to make sense.
It make a lot of sense. I got a chance to see William Regal's son wrestle.
Charlie Dempsey.
That dude's really good.
You remember the half pretzel he does?
That dude has more moves. He has moves like his dad.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, William Regal was an incredible catch wrestler.
He was.
He humiliated Goldberg one time in a match. Google it. Go on YouTube and Google that shit. William Regal versus Goldberg. He embarrassed him. And you could tell, Goldberg's not a wrestler. William Regal is a real wrestler. And you can see that the skill level just was, the drop-off was tremendous. How well of a wrestler William Regal was, how bad of a wrestler Goldberg is. And, it was amazing. And I'm like, and people don't think of William Regal as an amazing wrestler because they've never seen him in his prime. And he wasn't even in his prime then. He was, outside of his prime, just out-wrestled him, embarrassed him.
Yeah.
And his kid reminds me of him. Really skilled, big old boy, strong as an ox. And he's a really good catch wrestler. So what are your final thoughts, big buddy?
Man, Braun Breaker unified the titles.
I think Miko Satomura is going to unify the women's title.
I think that might be happening.
I think that might be happening.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot going on in wrestling. Don't forget, you can stream us anytime on any of your podcasting services, any of our 67, 60, 70 podcasts, whatever. Give us a shot. Drop a comment. We might send you a free T-shirt. All right? And that's about it. Next time, see you down the road.
Bye.
Bye.